Hey everyone, my pretties, it's the Lion Queen here. Welcome to another episode of Shadows and Pretties, and today we're going to be looking at this 2000, children's movie called Franklin and the Green Knight. Now we all know that we hit spring early this year, like really early this year. Like we had an early spring this year, which is surprising, because normally we don't have an early spring, but this time we had an early spring this year, which is very surprising. So, I guess with that being said, yeah, I'm gonna review this movie because since we had an early spring, I thought, let's go ahead and, review this movie called Franklin and the Green Knight. Now, you could find this movie on YouTube. It is on YouTube for anybody who wants to, watch the movie. It is on YouTube. So, if you wanna check out the movie, see for yourself, it's a pretty good movie. I mean, since it came out in the 2000s, Franklin the Turtle series started becoming a thing back in, the late 90s and early 2000s. And this was around the time when Franklin's baby sister Harriet gets introduced. So it starts off with this movie. So I'm going to pretty much go on with, basically it's a direct-to-video animated adventure film involving Franklin. So it has aired on Noggin as well as Nick Jr. in 2004 and even on Canada's Family Channel. So, I mean, it's got pretty good cast and characters. I mean, we got a lot of people playing certain characters and, in this movie, which I thought it was really nice. We got a good set of, characters and stuff, which is pretty neat. So, anyway, I guess with that being the case, I'm gonna go ahead and, explain what the plot of this movie is about for any of you guys who have not seen the movie or haven't watched it in a really long time. So, basically, apologies about that. There's a loud noise going on outside. My window's open, so the time I'm recording this, my window's open, so. And yeah, if you hear a little bit, that's just my fan going on. I'm just gonna point it in the other direction so it doesn't disrupt my reading too much. Because it's kind of hot where I'm at. So, basically the plot of Franklin the Green Knight is about Franklin who's excited about spring because of the fact that his parents are going to have a baby. It is still winter though, and Franklin's mom tells him about the Green Knight story to cheer him up. So that's when Franklin gets the idea of going to this cherry orchard and try to bring spring to Woodland. So that's pretty much the plot of the movie. So it's pretty much the plot of the movie. He pretty much goes on a quest to bring to Woodland, which I honestly thought it was a pretty good plot. It had a really good plot, and it was pretty awesome to have a great plot like that. So, of course, they've got some good songs in this movie, which I thought that was pretty nice. We got some songs and stuff, which, I mean, it's a children's movie. What you're gonna expect. So, of course, his mom, Mrs. Turtle, is actually pregnant in this, movie. Although you do get a couple parts of the movie where Franklin's mom, is pregnant. You get some nice shots involving that. But I'm not talking solely on the pregnancy about this movie because, a lot of children's movies, they're kind of, hesitant on, showing pregnancy when it comes to, children's films. Which, of course, that's what it is. So, basically, what that meant is, no, what's going on is, Franklin ends up going, putting on a play called The Green Knight with his class for a spring project. And while he's doing that, he's worried that spring's never going to come, so he ends up bringing spring to Woodland. Well, when he goes there to try and bring spring to Woodland. So, I mean, we get to see Franklin on his little adventure with his pal Snail in this movie, which I thought it was nice, get to see, Franklin going on, on a little trip, to pretty much, sit there and, bring spring. I mean, you got some neat characters and, like characters you've not seen, such as, the Eagle character. I thought she was cool. The Green Knight, although he only appeared in the story, but it still is a really good movie. There's definitely a lot of great aspect when it came to this film, because when I first saw this on TV when I was a kid, I honestly really fell in love with the movie. It was just a really good movie. I mean, with children's films, it's a really good children's film. I mean, I personally loved it. I mean, as an adult looking at this, I mean, wow, this brings me back so many memories. This is like almost, 25 years old, and this is still a really good film. I personally loved that. I mean, the fact that this introduced Harriet, Franklin's sister, which I thought it was really neat and well made. Especially the part, where we see Mrs. Turtle pregnant. I mean, you don't get to see that too often in TV shows. Or TV movies, for that matter. For kids' movies based on kids' shows and that, you don't see that very often when it came to TV shows. I mean, you're pretty much in for a treat if you get to hear that, a character's pregnant and they're going to have a child. I mean, one of the best TV shows that they did pregnancy based on was Maria from Sesame Street. Now, I did talk about, pregnancy in cartoons and children's movies and that in the in another video. So if you want to go watch it, it's on my channel. But in this aspect, I mean, the animation's drawn really good, especially for something made in the 2000s. Like, even though Franklin's been around since the 90s, it still really is a good show. It's based on the children's books, which I personally really enjoyed that. I mean, with the fact that, we see Franklin, running into trouble and, feeling that he's not going to do anything good. But he still, does his quest to bring spring to Woodland, which I thought it was an interesting plot. Now, I do remember reviewing Franklin's Magic Christmas around December or November, and I think I did say that I was going to review this movie at some point, and here I am. I'm reviewing it right now for you guys, so there's definitely that. So anyways, with that being the case and with that being said, I personally really enjoyed this movie, and if you were a kid in the late 90s, early 2000s, or mid 2000s even, I highly recommend, checking out this movie again. I mean, viewing it as an adult still brings me back so many memories because I watched it back when I was a kid. It was a really good film. I mean, still looking at it, it's still a really good film. I don't personally know what you guys are thinking about this movie, but if you guys want to leave me your thoughts on it, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But I personally have to say, if you've not seen this movie yet, or haven't watched it in like a really long time, you really got to check out this movie again. It is on YouTube. For any of you guys who want to go check it out, it is on YouTube, so you guys can go check it out. It's still a really good movie. It's well made. It's flat out amazing. You would definitely really enjoy this film if you have kids or not. You would still really enjoy this film. So anyway, I guess with that being said and that being the case, like I'm always going to continue to say, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these movies. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. I'll review the TV series Franklin in the... I think I already did that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I'll have to double check my, Shadows and Pretties list. I'm pretty sure I did review the TV series. But I decided to talk about this movie separately because, just to make it easier. But like I'm always going to say, this is just simply my own personal opinion. And if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these movies. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. And as always, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this movie a lot better? Feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, if you want to go follow me on Twitter, link to my Twitter account will be in the About page section. If you guys want to go check out my DeviantArt page, Link to my DeviantArt will be in the About page section, so you guys can go check that out. Also, be sure to subscribe to my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, as links to that will also be in the About page section. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to really say, but if I'm missing something, please let me know what it is in the comments below. But I'm pretty sure I covered pretty much most of everything. So, I mean, with that game being the case, and with that being said, like I'm always going to say, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and like always, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, I'll see you all next time.